Continuing where we left off yesterday, I decided to just go back into FF8 instead of Fatal Bullet, just because, again, we didn't stream that as long as we normally do yesterday, and we're not going to stream as long as we normally do today, just because, again, I am trying to make up, overtime and stuff at work for time that I missed from there not being work available due to the holidays. So because of that, has me really, really, really tired. So since we didn't stream as long in Final Fantasy VIII yesterday, we're just going to jump right back into it. We're right here at the final mission anyway, so I don't know how much is left in the game. Hey, what's up, Warm Cow? How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by the stream again. So yeah, we're going to try and stream like we did yesterday. Probably no more than 3 hours. But yeah, we'll around that 2.5, 3 hour mark like we did yesterday. But the good news is, chat, though, I'm halfway done with making up those hours that I lost from the holidays. So that's good because it's going to be a huge weight off my shoulders once I can get through all of that done and everything. So that'll be really good. So it'll be a huge weight off my shoulders. And also then when I'm back to working, not having to work overtime every single day and stuff like that, I can just work it when I want to or when I need to for the extra money. I won't be as tired for streams and stuff like that like I am, and we'll be able to start our streams a little bit earlier like this, you know what I mean. On your last Chopper Man mission is to use three gilding keys. Feels like such a waste. Yeah, it depends on who you use it on, because it could definitely I could see how it could be a waste. Definitely, I could see how it not be a waste. I think using it on Kuma and Luffy and Bonnie are two good options, just because of Kuma's captain ability, or not his captain ability, his EX gives you 7 turns, or 17 turns of cooldown. You use one on Luffy and Bonnie, yeah, that's definitely, they're a higher priority than Kuma in that regards. So I would say that's definitely a good option. Out of purple orbs for a limit break. Well, hey, the good thing though is treasure map's about to come up. So in treasure map, hopefully you'll be able to get some more and stuff like that from that. So, and don't they have I know they were talking about implementing it. I actually don't know if they've implemented it yet. I've never looked to see. I've never looked to see if they have where you could exchange limit break materials for if you needed a specific one, you could trade in a certain amount of one for the other one. Oh, they said they were going to do that, but I don't know if they have yet. Yeah, all the units except Saturn were int. And it's funny because all of Saturn's support is from the other sources, the PKA free character, Bluegrass and Doll is strength, and then all of the treasure map batch, I don't know if you saw there was the data download, they're all strength, and then the legend, was it Stussy? Rumble Legend Stussy? What was that Rumble Legend just came out? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Stussy. She's strength also. So it's all Saturn support came from everywhere else. It was Stussy. I couldn't remember if it was Stussy or Caulifla. That's where I was getting confused. I knew it was someone connected to CP0. But I was no, it had to be Stussy, because when the hell did we see Caulifla in the Egghead arc other than in what Sabo's talking about happened to the Reverie? But regardless, yeah, so it's funny, all of Saturn's strength support came from other sources. So, but yeah, hopefully in treasure map then you can get some more of that material. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know who else to use the keys on. It just depends. Yeah, there's certain legends that definitely facilitate it more than others. It really depends on how much. I'm not going to say off of the tier list, because it kind of depends on how much. Tier lists are all subjective. It all comes down to your preference and what you use. So for me, characters I know I've used keys on are for example, Oiron Yamato, Robin and Koala, and that Strength Blackbeard I told you about. Just because I know they're really good units that do a lot and provide a lot of utility for several teams, that it was just like they were like no-brainers for me. So that's why I said like you can like check to see what tier lists are saying, but at the end of the day, like tier lists are subjective, so it kind of comes down to like your preferences. Zoro Sanji would definitely be a good one, yeah, just to like help like, because the best thing for me about like using the key on someone, like yeah, you get further statistical buffs, but the most important thing about it is even if it's one turn or if you're lucky 2 turns of extra cooldown, that can come in a lot of, in very handy, especially like with today and Treasure Cruise are such a boosted meta. So if that character is going to be unboosted in content, any way to slightly get them better to go helps, like in any kind of capacity. So that's where, like I said, like Robin, Koala, Oiron Yamato, and that Blackbeard, they provide such good utility that even when they're not boosted in content, they're worth it for me to take them. So getting them their specials charged really helps out. So that's just my 2 cents in it and stuff like that. And I would definitely say for you to have Kuma specifically, I think a good avenue for you to think about who to invest your keys in is, I would look at your legend pool of cerebral characters, free spirit characters, and int characters. See which of those you use like the most or feel like you could directly use with Kuma. Obviously that isn't Luffy Bonnie, I mean outside of them is what I'm talking about. Just because of the ability that Kuma gives that potential double special launch, because it depends on what the unit's cooldown is. See who actively could work with him, because like say like there's a unit that their special is 18 turns if you use, or I guess 19 hypothetically, because Kuma's special gives 1 turn cooldown, but if they're like 19 or whatever, you know, the 17 that Kuma gives plus the 1 more, if you had that key in them and maybe it made it 18, he would effectively make them a double special launch character, if you get what I'm saying. So I think that's something to like consider, specifically for like your account, is I would look at my free spirit, cerebral, and int characters, see who is the best in there in terms of their synergies with Kuma, because Kuma's going to age phenomenally. He's going to be a valuable legend for a long time. So basing it, starting there as like a basis, I think might help you get a good idea. Because like you said, a Gilded Key is such a valuable resource material. And I don't know what the Chopper mission is myself. I probably beat it a long time ago. Does it have to be a gold Gilded Key, or could it be a silver one, or even a TM one? Because if it's a TM one, then that makes it way easier for like limit breaking, or for like using it if the treasure map Gilded Keys count also. Good, we all made it. So you might want to check the wording on the Chopper main mission, see if it specifically says gold ones. Today you're using Oiron. I think you were right. I think you just take the U out. I think that's how it is. I think it's just Oiran. Yeah, I think if you just drop the U. Yamato's friend captain with Akuma, and Luffy Bonnie to try to get started with the Garp challenges. Yeah, so you probably instantly saw the value that Oiran Yamato has. She's a beast. Like I loved her since she released, because I really like her. Her kit is great. Her Cerebral's one of, if not my favorite class in Treasure Cruise. So anytime there's like new Cerebrals, it kind of like piques my interest. So that was big for me. And then also, it's funny the way she's built. Around the time that she was getting released, they kind of set up like this really, really, really strong like waifu free spirit cerebral team, if that makes sense, consisting of where they could almost all be int, or not counting her because they were like all dual units, they were all like int decks, but they all had synergies with like free spirits and cerebral in some capacity, something like that. And it was like Ulti Black Maria, Robin Koala, who else was in there? god. Oh my god, it's gonna like kill me. I'm gonna have to like pull it up just to see real quick, like while we're talking before we get into the game. Yeah, still failing on some tough, specifically the ones that just do huge preemptive / death damage. Sucks because I swear there isn't just a database that lists the stages and what they do. Like someone used to always post amazing a graphic on Reddit for every Kazuna. Oh man, I miss those. I miss the graphics that they used to make on Reddit and on like Twitter, X, stuff like that. You would see like those were great. The infographics. There was a Twitter page. I don't know if they still update, but it was literally called like OPTC Infographics, and it would do stuff like that. Even if they're not updating with new content now, try looking up their Twitter page. It was literally just called like OPTC Infographics. I don't know if they did specific ones for events. I know they did ones for new character releases, but you can search like through Twitter post. So I would go on there and I would just search like GARP, and maybe it might have that information for you. Just something to think about, some place to like check and see. All right, give me a second here just to like double check. So yeah, Oiron Yamato, there was like this dual unit waifu team like that she kept getting support for. So like let me check my dual units just to see like who all they were, just to like get it through my head right. And yeah, they were like all like Dex and Int. So Robin Nami, Robin Koala, let's see who else. Robin Nami, Robin Koala, Robin Jinbei, but Jinbei obviously isn't a waifu. I love Jinbei, but he's not a waifu. Nami Carrot, Ulti Black Maria, that's the wrong character I clicked on there, and I clicked on them twice. Funny enough, female Law, female Beppo, they're both Int and Dex. So yeah, you see like they had like this like weird like waifu dual unit like kinda like team with support and stuff. It is very, very strange. And then there's also teams that are like one of those like are waifu in there. Like I said with like Robin Jinbei. It was very interesting like that they had that like going on for like a while there. Just trying to double check, make sure I didn't like miss any. Yeah, so you can get like a lot of like fun stuff like going. And funny enough, I think I may have cleared like a couple GARP challenges counting for both the Int and Dex team because I took teams like that. Going back here just to look. People post a ton of teams and they post YouTube videos that have people clearing it, but then I have to pause and memorize and all that, which is honestly not the easiest when it goes quick to try to remember every debuff on every stage. Yeah, that's why like for some reason in-game guide shows nothing on a lot of content. Yeah, the in-game guide feature, it only works for stuff that exists once the in-game guide feature was implemented, if that makes sense. They didn't like retroactively go back and put in stuff. So that does suck. I noticed that myself. When I was checking something the other day, I did notice that, so that does suck. And like you said, like the good thing about having an infographic, like GameWith used to be really good about that. You'd had to translate the Japanese version of the web page, but yeah, it would have the least of stages and stuff. And of course, sometimes on Nakama Network, they would do good about listing like what happens on each stages. But I totally get what you're saying. Like, it is frustrating because like there is so many vids and teams posted But unless you have that specific team, you're looking to see what the characters are individually bringing to the table, so you know what to plug and play in there to still remove the same debuff. So I totally get what you're saying. It is aggravating. I would check, like I said, OPTC infographics on X. I'm not 100% sure of what like the username is. I can try and like check it for you right now. But I would go there and I would see if maybe they posted any. Oh, it's dedicated to, that's why I only see them post infographics on the new units. Yeah, never mind. It's OPTC new unit infographics. And it's operated by Lord Shiro. Shout out to Shiro, a member of the OPTC community. That explains the quality of the units, or the quality of the post. But unfortunately, yeah, it doesn't have the, it doesn't have like stage breakdown and stuff like that, like you're looking for. You could always check in the Discord in like the Q&A section, like I was saying, like they're really helpful there. There may be like a resource that I'm just not aware of that might have, like you're saying, like individual stages and stuff like that. At least for definitely for something like GARP content, I think like that has to be archived somewhere. I would imagine. Whoa! So this is her castle? Finally. Never seen anything so creepy. You think what's her face really lives here? God, I hope we can change our party members' chat. I want to get Zell out of our party to get Renoa in there. We've come this far. She's got to be here. I like Irvin not knowing her name. So this is the future. This is where Ultimacia reigns. I don't know what's going on, but since we're still here, I think we still have some time to finish our job. What are we going to do, Squall? We'll divide into 2 parties. Okay, please make a party of 3. Renoa, you're with me. There we go. Got my wish. Okay, so Questus, Squall, Renoa. That's definitely who I want to rock with. Junction Exchange, Zell with Renoa. And we are good. I have no idea how close we are to the end, chat, by the way. I was about to say, I can't move there. So. My eyes. Gosh, it's like reverse Silent Hill. Why is it all green? It's negative Silent Hill. The party's powers have been sealed by Ultimacia's servants. The following powers have been sealed. Item, magic, guardian force draw, command ability, limit break, resurrection, save. Oh, wonderful. The powers will be sealed while the parties are inside the castle. Oh, wonderful. The save was the one that, has me shook. Switch party member points. Switch the other party, change party members. Yeah, let's cancel. Oh, am I legally obligated to have to say, what a mansion. I'm over here running my fucking mouth chat, making jokes. I forgot to cut off random encounters. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. Also, these some fucking crazy looking shits. Oh, you cut off limit break, did you? Well, funny thing about that is battle boosts don't give a shit. I like how it said it sealed your limit break, and then battle boost said, yeah, anyway, so. What's that enemy's name? Valmut? Like, the girl from, Jormungand? I actually don't know if, I saw the anime for Yormon game, very good. Leveled up. I actually don't know if Jormungand's anime is finished, or if like the manga still continues past that point. But it was really good. If you like Black Lagoon, I mean, you gotta watch Jormungand. They're like, I was surprised it wasn't the same creator. That's how like much the story beats the pace and the writing. Like, if it is the same creator, that must have saw like different. But yeah, I was very surprised. Chat, what did I open this for? Guardian Force. That's right. I think Cactuar learned his thing. Cactuar did. So now we gotta change it. So what homie learned? Innovate enables action as soon as battle begins. Well, thanks, Cactuar. Damn, I don't know what to have Cactuar learn. Why not, Cactuar? Learn this. Okay, now let's get back to what we were going. I can stop making these fucking what a mansion jokes. Okay, well, obviously there's some dude up there. Clearly, menacingly waiting for us. Is it Behemoth? Actually, chat, you know what? Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna just go grab me a soda real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I just had to go grab me a root beer. I had my water right here next to me, but I just wanted something a little sweet. A little sweet and a little chilled. So my water's like room temperature at the moment. God, man, my like hip is freaking killing me. But yeah, shout out to Warm Cow for thank you, man, for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Treasure Cruise discussion helps like distract me from like hip hurting and stuff like that. There's a hatch on the floor. Would you like to open it? Why the hell not? It's rusted. It can't be opened. Well, alright. Well, forget that then. It's funny that that was clearly like that enemy was there. And yeah, we just... Oh, the stairs fell. I can't see. Stairs fell. I can't see. No, we've already been informed the hatch isn't open. But yes, you've been on the GARP challenge grind, it seems like. Oh, no one can draw. I forgot about that. Dungeon this way, but let's go back. I can't believe we really did walk into, like, Castlevania Resident Evilville over here. Okay, before we get sucked into that cloud, let me read what's going on here. Yeah, man, I know it might not be the best talking about Treasure Cruise right now when you get on to play other games, when it seems like you stream some mix of variety way more than OPTC, but I really enjoy and appreciate it. Oh, no problem, man. Like, OPTC's like, I would dare say, probably like my favorite game. Because it's definitely the game I have the most hours invested in, and I'm not even joking to you, like, I am actually, because of, like, my autism and stuff, like, how, like, I just, the way I appreciate, and, like, stuff, and the way, like, games mean to me and stuff like that. Okay, clearly we don't have enough information about this. That actually shocked me that we could play the piano. We have this over here we can't engage with. But yeah, no joke, because of the how much Treasure Cruise like does mean to me, I actually am planning to get my player ID, the numbers like tattooed like on me, like no joke. So that way, like even when like way down the line, when just get it like worked in like with my arm tattoos and stuff. What the hell just fell there? So that way, like, hopefully a long time from now when Treasure Cruise is into service happens, I'll be able to, you know, I'll always have that memory with me. Because it's been a big part of my life. Oh my god. The, like, shit here. Hey! Did Angelo just finish learning that? I think we might be on to Angelo's final trick. He did! Alright, on to Angelo search. He learned Wishing Star. Back when I stopped playing OPTC, my only friend who played quit before, and it's a game where I think talking to people about characters and content is really needed. Like, even if I didn't play, I found myself wishing, watching some of Totsuki's vids over the years. It's, to me, I agree. I think it's definitely an exciting game to talk about and hear about. That's why, like you said, I stream more of a variety of stuff other than OPTC, because OPTC, since it is a live service game, I can only stream when the events are going on. And with the way it is, you know, I guess, I don't know, maybe because I'm like a high-level player, I tend to finish my events earlier because of like the points that I get done and stuff like that. But also for making the content, I want to try and get that stuff out at the start of the event. So with Treasure Map starting next week, for example, let me just get a sip of soda. So with Treasure Map starting next week, for example, it starts on like a Wednesday, like really early in the morning. So that's why I stream it Wednesday around like lunchtime, just to give myself time to like get up, have breakfast, test to make sure my teams work. Let me go ahead and jump in and stream, so that way then I can get that content out there to help other people. And usually I try to have my Treasure Map team breakdown video posted on YouTube Sunday, Monday at the latest. I think usually like Monday, actually, yeah. I'll have my teams made on Sunday, and I'll record my video Monday and then get it uploaded. Can't really just stream logging in and doing your dailies in OPTC. Exactly, like, I would have, like, just say it's like a normal day, I would be streaming for like an hour, tops, and that's like on being like overly generous. I'd stream for an hour tops if I jumped in and like, you know, did my dailies, did my 3 Pirate Rumble matches, did my, got all 5 of the transponder snails, leveled up 1 character, which is part of the daily missions, did my free ship upgrade, probably got nothing for my free ship upgrade, and then all that would be left is doing my 3 runs in PKA, which if I've already completed all my Chopper Man missions and stuff for PKA, then I would just be going to the boss, like trying to pick up colas or turtles, get to the boss fight, and then quit. Like, you know what I mean? Like you said, so when you say it like that out loud, it probably doesn't amount to an hour of content. Like, so that's why, like you said, like I have to stream it when there's events like Kazuna, stuff like that. Kazuna, Treasure Map, Blitz Battle, like different stuff like that. So unfortunately, like even though it is one of, if not my favorite game, I can only stream it at certain times. But I'm glad you really appreciate it, but I'm always down to talk about it because I love it. And I want to, just like with fighting games, like I want to help the community in any way that I can. So providing any help and assistance to people, like a lot of my Treasure Cruise streams really help a lot of people. A lot of my Treasure Cruise streams really help a lot of people, new players, because they'll come in with like questions. Probably get the most views. Streaming pulls right at the start of big events. Gotcha aspect would definitely pull the most people. I get what you're saying. I think my only issue with that is that right when the event starts is always part one, and I like never pull on part one just because, like, to me, and I don't think anyone's right or wrong, and if they pull on part one, if they don't pull on part one. For me personally, I like the restricted pools. We'll take this New Year's batch, for example. I like the restricted character pools of part 2 through 6 versus part 1, where yes, if you go to 30, you are guaranteed a legend, and you do have a chance to pick up all the debuting legends along the way, if you choose to go all the way. But every single legend is available. So I would rather have the more targeted ones and get dupes of like specific legends than maybe get, you know, like one or something on this and then get one on this account, or one on like this, like, you know what I mean? Like, for example, like whichever one had Oiron Yamato on there, I got like 2 copies of, or 2 or 3 more, probably 2 copies of Oiron Yamato. I'll be like generous on it. Which to me, like, great. Like, I want to go ahead and like buff her as much as I can. And I think it maxed her rush for me. Versus like if I only got 1 copy of her, but then I got a copy of like V1 Whitebeard. Like, what the hell am I going to do with that? You know what I mean? But I definitely get, like you said, like you having a Pretty Bear account, going to 24 pulls on part 1, waiting for some tavern medals to hit 25, and then probably stop. Yeah, I totally get like what you're saying. Like, it just, that's why I said, like, I don't think anybody's in the wrong. I know some people, like, they'll pull on part 1 until they get at least one of the legends. So then they know, okay, well, now I don't have to pull on that part. Now I can go pull on the other parts. And if they're lucky, then maybe on that multi where they get one of the legends, they'll get 2. And that's great. Then you eliminated 2 parts. But for me, if I already know, like, okay, well, my objective is to get Luffy, Bonnie, and Kuma, and Saturn, then I'll just focus on their 3 parts. So that's how I look at it. So, and the problem with that is they don't start all the pulls on the same day. You know what I mean? They stagger them out and stuff like that. I need Luffy Kaido since everyone has it highly rated. Yeah, Luffy Kaido's a beast. It's probably the best dual unit in the game. Or not dual unit, versus unit in the game. I don't even think there's a probably in there. It is the best versus unit in the game because both are equally so good. And funny enough, they're both equally so good in normal content and Rumble and Grand Party. It's really funny. Like, they're really, really, really good units. Like, they cooked when they made Luffy versus Kaido. I love the unit. But yeah, so that's why, like you said, like, I seem like more of like a variety streamer in there, or variety in the content I post, because JRPGs and fighting games are like my favorite series and stuff like, or my favorite genres. So the only reason why we haven't done a fighting game stream in a while is because of the stuff that I have going on in my personal life. It just makes it really hard. I think it's very obvious that all of the games I play are outside of fighting games are single player focused. So with the stuff I have going on in my personal life, like, it just, I don't really feel like playing a multiplayer game at the moment. I knew I could interact with that shit. That's why I kept like trying to click on it. Whoa, bro was going nuts over here. Okay, so exploring this mansion, we ended up running into another dude, so we'll go ahead and fight him. He's actually still moving pretty damn fast, like even outside times 3 years. It's just me. He's moving pretty pretty quick, but... Alright. We ran all the way up here. Hopefully we beat them. Face my wrath for seeking thy sealed power. Okay, so we probably got 6 dudes to beat. We beat them, we probably get the one of the things back. Watch with my luck, this is the dude that gives us limit breaks back, and which is useless to us since we have battle boost. I did like the pause there just so I could like check it out. I didn't know if you paused here it would come up to a help screen. That's actually pretty cool. What fighting games want to get good at sparking 0, but man, I've never been a fighting game player and I just could not hang. The game speed was just too fast for me. I actually didn't play Sparking 0. I love Dragon Ball Fighters. But I haven't played Sparking 0. I grew up on Budokai and the Budokai Tenkaichi series on the PS2 though. Funny enough. I actually had the Budokai Tenkaichi 2 strategy guide that literally has the move list for the entire roster on it. Physical, like, Prima strategy guide, I think. Because I know Prima, they used to make them back in the day. I still have it in there. Yeah, it's one of the few strategy guides I have. I have it, one for it, one for both of the DS Legend of Zelda games, and one for, of all things, chat, believe it or not, Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus. I actually have that physical strategy guide for it, which I know is kind of like a meme game, but hey, when you're a kid, you think Dirge of Cerberus is pretty damn cool. When you're an adult, you realize, what the hell were they doing with this game's story? I still don't think it's a bad game. I just think the story's like funny. But the fighting games I play, I can break it down by like, first of all, I'll say this. I'll play any damn fighting game as long as it's, So, what makes a fighting game good, I've always said, is it has to be balanced, but it also has to be, or it has to be fun, first of all, and preferably balanced. Now, if it's unbalanced but really fun, you can get away with that, and I'm talking about the Sailor Moon fighting game by Arc System Works. Is the most unbalanced shit, but damn if it ain't fun to play. And I'm talking about you, Sailor Uranus, with your full screen command grab, and Sailor Chibi Moon, just having moves actively not hit her because she's smaller than all the other character models in the game. The game's still fun even though it's totally like unbalanced. So they have to be like fun, like interesting in some kind of way, and I'll play damn near any fighting game. So the ones that I mainly play are some of my favorite ones are BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. I freaking, like, no joke, first match I ever played of it. I bought it because it was on sale, bro. I bought it because it was on sale. And I love fighting games, so I was like, I'll give it a chance. And it has Under Night characters and Persona characters in it. Persona is one of my favorite series. SMT is actually my favorite JRPG series. And Under Night is another one of my favorite fighting games. So I was like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and check this out. I was hooked on BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle the first match. Immediately I was like, okay, I mess with this gameplay. I like this gameplay. Like, it just resonated with me. So that's definitely like my favorite. After it, dude, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's one of my favorite series ever. And my god, is that game so freaking good. It's so interesting. It has so many like fun, cool, unique mechanics. I'm big on taunts having a purpose in fighting games. Shout out to Street Fighter Third Strike, where taunts give you like certain buffs and stuff like that, in addition to like have like actual uses and stuff like that, like my boy Dudley's Rose. taunts in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle are, if you taunt when you hard knock down the enemy, it will take away a whole meter of super from them. It will just drain a whole meter of their super. Only once per match. And it'll restand them. It'll auto-force them to stand back up. So you can get situations where if you like have traps set or projectiles in the air, you could force them to restand up, not blocking, right into getting hit and start another combo over. So it's just super cool. Like, there's so much cool shit in there, and the way they adapt so many characters' stands into making them work in fighting games, it's just a lot of fun. It's incredibly fun to play. I know a lot of fighting game players are like, oh, but it doesn't have rollback netcode. It's got delay-based netcode. Well, if you play on PC, you have Parsec, now you don't have to worry about that. But even playing it on console, the online's still good. Like, yeah, rollback's better than delay-based, but if the delay-based works, it works. Like, it's not ideal, but it works. Play Smash Brothers, but definitely just better than the average casual. When I play anyone pretty good, I get destroyed. Dude, I love playing Super Smash Brothers a lot. Obviously, grew up on playing it on my N64 and Melee on my GameCube. So I love playing Super Smash Brothers. But yeah, I'm definitely not like phenomenal, like great Smash Bros. Player. Like, a big part of it is I definitely play, so I know this is like sacrilege to people that play like Smash and stuff like that. But I play Smash Brothers on with stage hazards on. Whoa, we get to pick what we want. Release switch seal. Now let's think about this chat first. So it said something about like 6 people. So we only can, I'm assuming we can only release 6. So I'm thinking save is by far, like we gotta be able to save. Because God, I don't want to get to like 5 and then die. You know what I mean? So let's get save spots back opened up. Yeah, we'll tackle saves first and then we'll try and figure out the rest. I could guarantee you 3-stock me. Thank you for putting that faith in me. Yeah, I know it's a sacrilege to like a lot of Super Smash Bros. Players, but yes, I play with stage hazards on and items on because y'all know I'm big about this. I've talked about this before. Like, when I play a game, I'm playing to have fun, and to me, that's fun. I enjoy like doing that. So, I know that may seem as like, oh my god, you play with items and stuff like that, or you play with like stage hazards on, like, then you're not really playing competitive Smash. Okay. I didn't say I wanted to play competitive Smash, I just wanted to play Smash, you know what I mean? People, some Smash community members, they'll like gatekeep about like that, which I think is stupid. Like, just play the game, like, you know what I mean? Who'd you play as in Smash? Who'd you like playing as? Bro, Squall, climb the ladder. And I'll tell you about some other fighting games I like while you let me know who your characters were in Smash. Who else? What other fighting games I love? Some of my favorites. I already mentioned Under Night. Love Under Night. I gotta get Under Night 2. Yeah, thank God we restored saves. So, Cross Tag Battle, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All-Star Battle R, Under Night, Guilty Gear Strive. Love Strive. Like I mentioned yesterday, I picked up the DLC for Strive. Ultimacia is here, but our powers are sealed. Can we do it? You mean I could just jump straight into the final boss fight? I think I'll go keep getting some more powers and stuff. But at least we know Ultimacia is like, go up the clock tower and then down the clock tower to get to her. Never really had a main, played a lot of Donkey Kong and Ness. Oh man, I can't stand Donkey Kong and Smash Bros. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I can't stand Donkey Kong. That damn pound in the ground attack he does. It's a nightmare for me fighting him. Oof, gave me like PTSD there. I would main. So I'll say like who I main, and obviously if they don't apply to earlier games, then they weren't who I mained in that one. But Kirby, Peach. Peach is probably my main, but I usually use the color for her of like Daisy. I've never played the one on Switch, otherwise then Daisy would be my main. So Peach, Kirby, Toon Link, Bayonetta. Those are probably my those are my mains. So the clock tower's right there. Let's go down because we saw that thing fall. We saw that thing fall, but I actually don't know what to do here, I guess. Funny enough. Yeah, maybe we have to do something somewhere else, like stop the water or something? Weird. Okay. Either way. What other fighting games? Yeah, Guilty Gear Strive, though, like I was saying, freaking love Guilty Gear Strive. I still think Strive is, like, the best looking, like, fighting game, dude. It's just looks so freaking sick. It's so fun to freaking play. I love it. A lot of Street Fighters I've played and love. Well, I've put in a good bit of time playing like Third Strike and tons of time playing Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5. Bro, can we please get around this? Are we all the way back at the start now? We are, okay. So that's the door we went through, right? Yeah, so let's go fight, obviously, the dude we were supposed to fight down here that I ignored. Who looks like Behemoth. A lot of King of Fighters I've played. Played my rag, sealed power. No, it's like, says Sphinxar or something. Disney Pixar. One of those very good at were sports games. Growing up, played sports and sports games. Always hit the top ranks for NBA and MLB. Very nice, very nice. I played a lot of NBA games when I was growing up because I love basketball. Big basketball fan. So I play a lot of like way back in the day, like NBA 2K5, the one with Ben Wallace on the cover. Played the hell out of that, bro. And a lot of NBA Street, V2 and V3. I haven't played a sports game in a long time, other than like wrestling games, because I'm a big wrestling fan. But yeah, I know that's very nice though. I know sports games get very competitive, like playing online with leaderboards and stuff like that. So good on you. When I was growing up, a lot of my I didn't know anybody that played like fighting games, stuff like that. Like all my friends, like they like playing like Halo and like Call of Duty and stuff like that. So. Every now and then, occasionally, like, I'd get, like, one of, like, my really good friends to possibly play a fighting game with me, but it had to be something like that they were even slightly could get an interest in, so it'd usually be, like, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And, I'm not a big Marvel vs. Capcom fan. I love Capcom, I I'm not interested in like Marvel comics and stuff like that. So I would only ever play the Capcom characters anyway. But that's funny. That's where like people who weren't like fighting game fans, like they would get into the game because they liked like Marvel. You know what I'm talking about? So then they would that's the only time I could get like people like also play fighting games. Which item to release? Or which seal to release? Let's go with item, I think. I think we need to get item, draw. We don't need limit break because we have battle boost on. So item, draw. I have no idea what resurrection is. Like I can kind of guess from there, but I don't know what that command would actually be. Let's do draw. MLB's chill. I would still play those if they were PC. Sadly, they have always done exclusive PlayStation contracts. I think I just saw last year they finally allowed Xbox. Yeah, I did see that. That was a really big deal. They did like, because I know that MLB The Show, like you said, it's been like exclusive, like you were saying. But yeah, they did do that Xbox thing, and it was a big deal. I actually don't know, like, I wonder if it had, like, crossplay enabled? Because that would actually make a big difference. Do you mainly play, like, your other games on, like, PC? Is this an elevator? Oh, no, don't switch party members. Oh, it just straight up just like leaves us where we are? That's weird. There's a door up there. I thought this was an elevator, but no, because you can't really interact with it because of like, I was about to say this on it. Wait. Zell, get on the damn thing. I think you have to have someone up there and then that'll raise us up. That's what it looks like to me. But then, like, where would Zell and them go? Let's go investigate, see, like, where that connects. There's a door here. Requires treasure vault key to open. I only, like, moved right there because there was a visible, like, shadow and stuff. Funny enough. Treasure vault key. Okay. Keep an eye out for that. Nowadays on PC strictly for games. Can't buy consoles just for sports games. Yeah, I get what you're saying. With how expensive stuff is today, it's hard to justify like buying like a specific console, PC or otherwise, or physical like actual console for one game. You know what I mean? I'm an extremely ADHD gamer. You just like switch through like a lot of them and stuff like that pretty quick. Start tons of games, go back and forth. It's funny then, like, so it's funny, like, because then you sound like you would almost benefit from having like a console that has like one of the plans like PlayStation or Xbox have that let you like stream games, like, you know what I mean, like they'll have like that, I think it's like Game Pass and stuff like that, and I can't remember what PlayStation's called. Benefit from that and then getting the free games like monthly. So Quest is canned, so sure, should probably give them that to Renoa, but we move. We'll save because we beat the second dude. Is it just me, Chad, or is this not like Castlevania music too? Like, I mean, we were really up here about to fight Dracula. Only real mainstays I've had my whole life are League of Legends and RuneScape. And I take long breaks from those still, too. Yeah, I know a lot of people are like that. For games like that, they're going to be there, like, indefinitely. Ooh, we can get up here. And it did just that. It raised the other one. Okay. Squall, buddy, y'all all get over here. We're puzzling, chat. We're puzzling. Or not. Hello? Can I please, like, let's cut off ×3 to try and switch party members. Damn, that was a nightmare. Best new game I played in a while was... Necessi? I actually don't know what that is. I'm gonna Google it real quick. Love that genre of game. Similar to Terraria, okay. I'm Googling it right now to see what it looks like. Oh, I definitely see the Terraria connection and influence. Yeah, I definitely see that. I've never heard of this game, funny enough. But yeah, it must be like, I see you said it was like a new game, so yeah, it must be like recent. I've never heard of it. Not that I'm like any expert, I know like every game, but y'all know what I mean, chat. Alright, so if we have to fight one of these big bads with this team, well, we don't have anything junction, but we can't really do anything anyway. With all this, the stuff sealed, so I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Alright, let's not worry about anything else but like going to where the puzzle was. Which I believe was this way? Yeah, okay, cool. Lots of games I bought cheap and haven't played. I do the same thing, bro. Pretty recent, find myself always lurking Steam sales. I do the same with PlayStation. That's why I bought the Guilty Gear DLC now, finally, because it was the first time it went on sale. I'd been waiting for the Season 4 to go on sale, and I had PlayStation Stars points, so I was able to found the Floodgate key. Okay. And with the PlayStation Stars points, I was able to get $10 off, so I ended up getting the season DLC for, I want to say, I think it was like $8. But yeah, I always look for sales too. Like, since we're playing the 4th SAO game, probably gonna get the 5th one before the end of the month, because the deluxe edition's on sale from $104 or something like that. If you can fucking believe it, it's over $100 for 20. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get it, so that way we'll be set up for the next game. I like to, when I stream, I like cycling through, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, I like cycling through 2 games. I like having 2 games to play at the same time, story-wise. So we'll play through, like now we're playing through Final Fantasy VIII and SAO. Then I would like to leave the room to play like fighting games, which there's still so many other fighting games I could list, I forgot. Shout out to Dengeki, the hidden gem fighting game, so underrated. Just so absolute masterpiece of a game. I want to make sure I didn't like miss anything in here, like, since I had to solve a puzzle to get in here. Let's turn off ×3. Yeah, I know we got the Floodgate key. Okay, this isn't a doorway over here, because, like, I can't, like, interact with it. It doesn't look like. Okay, so, not there. Is this a ladder? Like, I mean, clearly it's like a library ladder, but we can't climb it. Okay. Oh, I need to switch the other party members so they can let us down. That's right. No, let's not switch the other party members yet. Let's get them back to the entrance first, and then we'll switch back. Switch the other members. Well, Baldur's Gate, still haven't played it yet. 1, 2, or 3? I know 3 just was the most recent one came out. What's your favorite genre to like play? Love Divinity Origin Sin 2. Pretty sure I'll love Baldur's Gate 3. Because like I said, I love JRPGs and like fighting games. I'm wondering what your favorite is. Underrated game also, by the way, if you like action adventure games, is because I'm pretty sure there's a PC release of this, and it probably wouldn't be inexpensive. It probably goes on sale. Is One Piece World Seeker. Very good game. Very, very, very good game. I actually have a physical copy of it. I don't have One Piece Odyssey, but World Seeker, in my opinion, is better than Odyssey. Odyssey's it's a fine RPG, but it's just World Seeker to me literally felt like I was playing through a One Piece movie. It was so good. Absolutely, absolutely loved it. I 100%ed it, actually. It's very fun. The way Luffy controls is very, like... What? I didn't expect to actually be able to interact with these. Red clothes, swordfish... Tree-lined road. Person's riding a chocobo. Cowardice. Very weird. Yeah, that's all that's like over here. So clearly, like, we were supposed to look at those. See, there's like some paintings down there. Oh, there's one right there in the corner I didn't look at. I did not expect to interact with that. I'd say probably sports games because I played them my whole life. I really jumped genres so much, couldn't really pick one. I get what you're saying. You just like you said, like, you like playing a variety of games and have them going on. I forgot what I even started saying earlier. Yeah, and then off stream, I'll have like a couple games I'm playing too. Usually one on my 3DS and then one SMT game. Because I won't stream an SMT game just because of I wouldn't want to spoil anything for anyone else, and I don't want anything spoiled for me anyway in a game I'm playing unless I specifically ask for help. But I really don't want something spoiled for me in the SMT game. So I just I won't stream those. As much as I do love them. I just wouldn't, because I would want like people to enjoy those games like on their own. So that's usually what I do Friday nights, is I'll play through those on my own. As part of like my autism, it's just part of my like routine. That's what I do for like Friday nights. So tomorrow I'll be continuing my journey in Persona 1 on the Snow Queen story arc. I mean, this is a lot of paintings, I'm sure. Well, I would say sure, but I'm not going to be positive. Oh my god. The title is... It's Too Faint to Read. Title of the picture is... Okay. Oh my god, I can't back out. I have to pick one? Okay, well, these ones I'm pretty sure I saw. I'm pretty sure I saw these two, but not this one or either one start with the I. No? Okay, well, I can't back out, I guess, until I pick it. Did that... The title is... Okay. I guess we did it wrong since it popped back up. Fire, flood... Judgment. Let's go through the door. Favorite game of all time, easily Skyrim. That was a life-changing game for me. Turned me into a real gamer. Yeah, Skyrim's the only Elder Scrolls game I've had any amount of playtime in. I didn't like beat the game or anything like that, but it's the only one that I have played, and I did enjoy the time while I was playing. I'm not a big fantasy game person like that. But I did enjoy it mainly because of like just the first person mechanics of it. But yeah, this might be like sacrilege and stuff, but when I played it, I just found myself like, yeah, this is fun, but I would enjoy this gameplay more in like Fallout. That's how I felt. There's another key down here. Don't know how to get to it. There we go. Armory key. Oh man, I love fantasy games. FF14, Skyrim, ESO, RuneScape. What's ESO? Oh, what's that abbreviation for? Use the armory key. I like that when you get a key and it's for like right there. Yeah, I'm not a big fantasy games person. I like I think that's why I like JRPGs more, just because like they're more like kind of anime style. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm playing Final Fantasy VIII, not Final Fantasy IX, because Final Fantasy IX is more like fantasy. Yeah, I'm just not the biggest fantasy game person, but like Elder Scrolls Online, I got you. Okay. Love fantasy setting and not like games with guns. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm not like a big like. Yeah, I don't really like first-person shooters and stuff like that. Oh shit! I was gonna try drawing, but oh well, no, we still can draw. Hey, what the fuck did he just do to us? I don't think he had anything we could draw, so... Even the manga I read and anime I watch, I really gravitate towards fantasy setting. Yeah, I'm not the biggest, like, fantasy person. I'm... Personally, because it's funny, like, I'll give Black Clover a try because it was going to be on Toonami, but I didn't know how much I would like it since it was focused on magic and stuff like that. I ended up like loving it and stuff like that. Yeah, I do know that like some JRPGs, they do mix in like fantasy elements or inspired elements, but I'm just not the biggest on like full out, like fleshed out like fantasy stuff, if that makes sense. You dropped Black Clover, I get what you're saying. I think a new season's coming out soon of the anime though, so I'm pretty excited about that. Should probably start rewatching the old season. Like while I'm exercising and stuff like that. Since I've already seen it, I don't need to like watch it. I liked it. I didn't know if I would, but I ended up like really liking it. I think best new anime I've seen in a while are Friend and Dan to Dan. I actually haven't seen either of those. I do have Dan to Dan on my watch list. Like eventually, like I'll get to it. I just haven't got to it yet. But Friend, I don't know. It just doesn't seem for me. I think again it is because of that fantasy setting of it, and like the whole focus on like the mortality aspect of it. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not big on that. I'm one of the people that's kind of like, if I could live forever, I would love that. So yeah, the mortality aspect in the story, I don't know if I want to like face that, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Just keeping it a buck with you. Release switch seal. What did we say? Item? Alright, we beat this dude in the armory. Can we interact with this? Found a draw point? Should probably have it. Is this... Dude, like, I'm not tripping right. This looks like a lever. Not that. I know that's a draw point. Okay, well, despite what it looks like being a lever, apparently it's nothing. But yeah, I know a lot of people like love both those series though. Now that we drain this, we can probably get that thing that fell. I have no idea where we are in this castle, by the way. Like, there's another key. Prison key. Gee, I wonder who this could be. I do like the consistency of some Final Fantasy characters. I mean, because this is clearly, obviously, Red Giant. I love with Final Fantasy 15 when you're driving around at night and, like, there's a red giant, or iron giants are, like, spawning on the road and stuff like that. Hey! We got a new Guardian Force from him! I'll freaking take it! Yeah, I love when you're driving around at night in FF15 and, you get out the car for like 1 second and like a million red giants and iron giants are like just crawling out of the ground. Like, they ain't lying when they say demons just spawn at night, bro. They multiply. Only FF he played was 14. Yeah, I remember you saying that before when because I told you they had the FF14 event in Final Fantasy 15 you could do. It was really cool. You could get FF14 style clothes for you could get FF style 14 clothes for the party members. Really cool. Did a little more damage. Emphasis on a little more damage. Oh, we'll just click through it. This fight might take a minute. The only one I beat is 15. I also beat Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon, but I know that's a spin-off. I actually beat that one on stream. And so this will be only the second mainline one that I've ever beat. But the next one we'll play will either be 10 or 12. Probably 12. I gotta get a physical copy of it though, because literally 12 I wanted to play my whole life. Like, I remember growing up having a PlayStation 2 and seeing Final Fantasy 12 and thinking like, This is the best looking game I've ever seen in my life. No joke, like, I swear I have memories of that. And if you go look at it, it's easily one of, if not the best looking PlayStation 2 game, period. I know it came out like later in PlayStation 2's life cycle, but Final Fantasy X looks phenomenal. It came out early in the PlayStation 2's lifestyle. So I've always wanted to play 12. Obviously, it's not going to be the next game we play, but I would like to play it sometime this year, definitely. Since it's a big game on my like list to do. I just gotta, like I said, just pick up a copy of it for PlayStation 4. So actually, I literally want to own a copy because I've won the game my whole life. Yeah, I didn't mean to drop that on you, Warm Cow. I'm not a fan of fantasy, but yeah, I'm just not. I just don't like most things that are like magic or like medieval stuff like that. I'm just not a big fan of, personally. Save for Berserk. I love Berserk. Not liking Skyrim's blasphemy. I enjoyed it to a degree. I enjoyed it to the degree of this is fun, but I'd rather get this experience playing Fallout 3 or New Vegas. That's how I felt about it. Hey, you're not the only one who shares that sentiment. A lot of people agree with you that Skyrim's the best game ever. I think a lot of people didn't touch Fallout. Wasn't for you. No, I get that. The only one I've played is Fallout 3, and it was a good game for like just getting like lost in. Same thing like you could do in Skyrim, like you have a quest marker, but on your way to there you see like something else and you want to go check out, see what that thing is. Now it popped up a side quest for you, so you'll go do that. Now you get a randomly generated event on the way, like cool stuff like that. Like you know, Bethesda game. It's just you're replacing fantasy with sci-fi. I think I also like Fallout because like I love stuff like the Twilight Zone, and I love like a lot of old movies. A lot of people that watch like my streams will know that I like a lot of movies from like 30s, 40s, 50s, stuff like that. So I like kind of that World of Tomorrow portrayal of the future, and Fallout obviously was like rich with that. So obviously heavily influenced by those kind of things. I'm pleading with you, Red Giant. I need you to go down, bro. Waiting for the Riot MMO. It'll be groundbreaking, hopefully. Like, Riot is in, like, people that make, like, League, right? Are they making an MMO? I know they're making a fighting game. Actually, I don't even know if it's out now. At 2KO or whatever it is. 2XKO. They are making an MMO. I didn't know that. Fascinating that like League has been so successful. They've been able to make so many like spin-off games off of it. Like, that's very fascinating. I've never played League myself, so that's why when they announced the League fighting game, I was like, hey, if it plays good, like, if the gameplay is interesting and stuff like that, you know, I'll give it a try, but I'm not going to be like, oh, man, like, I'm hyped for this just because, like, I never played League of Legends, you know what I mean? That was like when Granblue was announced, Granblue Fantasy Versus. I wasn't like, oh, man, this is incredible. I didn't know what Granblue was. But then when it came out and like I played it and stuff, I was like, hey, this is a great fighting game. Like I still know nothing about Grand Blue, but I like the game. I did chat, by the way, not only update Guilty Gear since we got the DLC characters, I also went ahead and updated Grand Blue because I haven't updated in a while. So we can jump back in there when I feel good about like playing, like, okay, now with the stuff I got going on in my personal life, you know, I feel like maybe I want to like play a multiplayer game or something like that. Once we get to that point, well, I wanted to go ahead and at least get it updated. Dragon Ball FighterZ 2, so that way, those were 3 games I would definitely want to get into, like, immediately. Would definitely be Guilty Gear, and then Grand Blue, so we can run some matches with Toast, of course, and any of our other friends, and definitely Dragon Ball FighterZ. Fighting game's been out. MMO probably won't be out for years. I think they announced it's in development like 2 years ago or something. Lore and world is just so vast and amazing. You can see through how great the Netflix show is. Riot really does make good games. I think they could even make a top-down or isometric MMO and it would be amazing. I didn't know there was a Netflix series. You ever seen the Final Fantasy 14? I think it's a Korean drama, either like a one-season Korean drama or a Korean drama movie. The Final Fantasy 14 like movie, where like my understanding of it is like the kid is like a teenager or something, and he like, oh, you'll never get me, Dad, like, or something like that. Like, you'll just never understand or something. I don't know, like maybe the mom died or something. Something where it's like, I think he just has a single father. Oh, you'll never get me and stuff like that. And they like fight and stuff like that. He's like, the only people that get me is in my game or something like that. So he'll like go and like play Final Fantasy 14 or whatever. So he'll like play Final Fantasy 14 and stuff. And there's like this one person he's always playing with. And they're like friends and stuff like that. And then it turns out it was the dad. The dad was the person that he was playing Final Fantasy 14 with. I swear to you, I'm not making this up. I know that might sound like a fever dream thing. I've heard this explained to me, and I had to Google it to make sure it was real, and it was. While we're, like, fighting Iron Giant over here. This isn't Iron Giant, this is Red Giant. I know we're doing like 1-2 procs of damage, but while it's going, I'm gonna Google it and make sure, like, I'm not, I swear to you, dude, I'm not making this up. Final Fantasy 14 movie. Brave Father Online, our story of Final Fantasy 14. A Japanese, not Korean, comedy drama film based on the television light series, or television means, wait, there's a series and a movie about it, which is based on blog posts. So it was somebody's like real story, I guess. Yeah, and there's something where like the kid and the dad, they play together. They played the Final Fantasy 14 together. So, yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen that. Keep an eye out for it. Here we go, I see like this, look. This is the plot for the miniseries. The plot revolves around Akio Inaba, who rekindles his bond with his retired and distant father, Horitaro, through an online role-playing game, Final Fantasy XIV. Akira's plan is to connect with his father in-game, and that will expand into the real world. So yeah, Final Fantasy XIV fixes their distant relationship. I told you I did not make that up. I know that sounded like a fever dream, but it exists. Riot really does make good games. I think they could... Oh, I already read that one. I don't understand why more MMO companies try that. Make games run better when they are isometric or something like that. Look, all the Diablo stuff looks amazing artistically, and they're just less taxing graphically. I think it's because today there's such an initiative probably from like on the corporate side and the investor side, not like the game maker side, of like, we want game look good. Like, make the game look realistic. You know what I mean? Like, the investor people, they don't know nothing about game development. You know what I mean? So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to, like, game development, they themselves, they're stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just the money. So, perfect example would be, like, Microsoft owning Blizzard. Like, the higher-up Microsoft people that are, like, concerned with, like, the money, like, they ain't computer programmers or, like, making the phones that Microsoft sells or any of the software or anything to do with Xbox. No, they're just concerned about the money Microsoft be making. They're going into the boardroom looking at, like, how are we spending money and stuff like that, and they're saying, like, hey, you better make these games look realistic, you know what I mean? And, like, so they could be telling Blizzard, like, yeah, you focus on graphics and stuff like that. That's what's going to get us money and get players. So I think that's where it comes from, is that on the corporate end, there's a lot of probably a push for graphics. So even the game developers get too caught up in looking realistic. I think so a lot of times. Instead of just an art style for MMOs, at least. Yeah, MMOs and stuff, they definitely do go for a more realistic look. I think also a big part of that could be of, like, a lot of 8-bit style games turn out to be my favorite. Oh yeah, definitely, because, like, sprite work innately, just to say this, sprite work will age historically way better than anything that looks good graphically. No joke. One of my favorite games is River City Girls. It's just one of the most beautiful sprite-based games ever. And a lot of the fighting games I love are sprite-based. Look phenomenal. But I would definitely say, like, a big portion of that, like, realism thing too could also be a Western development thing, just in general. A lot of, like, American, like, gamers, European gamers, they want stuff that looks realistic, and they want stuff that looks as real as possible, versus, like, the style, like you're talking about, is more, like, more stylized games is more of, like, a Japanese game development kind of thing. So that's why, like, a lot of the games I play are Japanese development. Even if they're not fighting games or JRPGs, I primarily only play Japanese developed games just because that's like what I'm interested in. That's what, like, I like. A perfect example is like Nintendo. Nintendo's games aren't realistic looking. Like, they're not focusing on graphics. They're focusing on, like, gameplay, or, like you said, like, a style ability of it. For me, it's Terraria, Necessi, and Realm of the Mad God. I haven't heard of Realm of the Mad God either. I'm going to check it out. I've heard of Terraria. Did Terraria get a 3DS port, by the way? I know Minecraft did, but I wonder if Terraria did. Because I collect 3DS games. That's why I mentioned. I don't know if I said that before. So if Terraria got a physical 3DS release, I'd like to add that to my collection. I think that'd be cool. I know it did on the Vita, because I've been wanting to get a Vita for a while. Dude, this Red Giant, wow. We've been in this fight a minute, chat. I mean, we could try some of Questus' other magic, but my thought process is like, then we gotta stop, and that gives him a chance to attack us. Angela Wing, will that cure her silence? Let's try Ultra Waves. We'll see what it does. I actually didn't see the attack numbers on it, but what the fuck did I click there, chat? I've never seen that before. Oh, Ultra Waves did shit all. Yeah, let's not use that one. Oh shit, Questus was trying to like just blast her away, blast them away. Whoa, 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 whoa. Missiles did mad damage. By the way, what the fuck is Renoa doing? I had to like take off ×3 to see how much these missiles are doing. Okay. So Squall's limit break is doing 8985. Meanwhile, Questus's missiles did 6,000? 3,000 that time. Yeah, I think we're sticking with Questus on this one. Yeah, I'm taking off ×3 just to make sure we can keep getting Questus to attack. That's true, Nintendo games are just universally loved. You see a lot of indie companies in the West making great games with unique art and style. Usually just AAA stuff falls for graphical traps. Absolutely. And that's like, I'm telling you, that comes down, gotta be from like their investors and just the developers themselves, like you said, getting lost into it. Because it's funny, like a lot of like those indie developers like you're talking about, they're so heavily influenced by stuff like Capcom, Nintendo, other Japanese developers, Sega even. That's a good way of putting it too, a graphics trap. That's definitely what it is. I've noticed the missiles are doing less damage each time, by the way. But it's still a lot more than what Squall's doing. Let's try something other than the missiles. See if it makes any changes. Yeah, now the missiles are doing like about as much as the fire was doing. Oh, he's finally dead. Wow. Woo! Sorry about that, chat. If I knew the missiles were going to smoke him, we would have done that a lot earlier. Oh yeah, we need the fanfare that time. Alright, let's go check out the new Guardian Force we got. Pandemonia, of course, keep the name. Don't want to rename any of them. What do we want back? Let's take Resurrection. And after Resurrection, we'll take Magic. Guardian Force. Pandemonia. Absorb. Yeah, learn that. Why not? Alright, let's go junction him to... I don't know. Squall, maybe? Let's see what he would give us. I mean, like, it doesn't open up anything. Maybe Renoa, because her health's lower? Yeah, we'll do it like that. She can keep those abilities. So let's go back to Questus real quick. No, we didn't get revived back. Weird. Wonder why. I wonder how we get these back. Oh, that's listed under command. So maybe if we get that, those like command action. You'd say this was closed from the other side? How many have we fought, chat? 4? Use the prison key. Wait, we came in here just to get like locked in here? What was over here? I feel like we went this way. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, that's where we fought that dude, and this looked like a switch, but wouldn't let us pull it. Wouldn't let us pull the lever, Kronk. And we can't interact with where, like, homie exploded. Turn to Kids' Choice Awards. Oh, interesting, okay. Alright, we drained that water though, so we can like... If we can figure out where the hell that was, go back that way. If I remember correctly, we'll just draw points back. If I remember correctly, yep. I was about to say there was a save over here, so let's save since we beat those two. And I don't want to do that red giant fight again. My god, that went on forever. Legend has it I'm still fighting him today. Alright, data saved. This just went back here. I'm going to use this as like a shortcut down. This is the only way we could go. So we haven't found this key, right? Treasure vault. Yeah, we haven't found the treasure vault key. Don't switch characters. There's nothing else down here, right? No, okay. Put ×3 speed back on. Oh, yeah, we had that thing to do with the paint and name. Forgot about that. I think we went this way. Oh my god, that's not a ladder. That's a curve in the wall. I just remember climbing a ladder at some point. Oh yeah, this is like... That's rusted, cannot be opened, so still we can't open that. Damn it, I got caught on it. Hey, this thing's glowing. Treasure vault key, okay. Now before we just go back there, like yeah, we know where that is. Let's go back in here real quick. Wait, we didn't go this way ever. Oh, Squall, you can squeeze through there. I'm guessing he, okay, maybe he can't. That's all that's over here. Alright, well clearly we're supposed to get rid of these iron bars somehow, it looks like. To go that way. Keep going. Where was the spot to climb down at, though? This is still glowing here, so clearly we gotta fight someone here. There was the piano thing, too. Okay, this is getting intricate. So there's the piano... In addition to, there's the magic miner, thank you. There's the piano, there's the portrait. Here's where we climb down. Okay, yeah, this is all I'm trying to do. Now that we drain that water, I want to see, like, what's down here. If we can, like, climb down or something. I'm clicking, like, everywhere, chat. Because y'all know how finicky this game is. Okay, yeah, there's nothing to click on down here. Alright, we'll go back up. Dressing. And we can't go past that way, okay. Let's head back to the treasure vault. That was in the room with the really weird camera angle. We were walking towards it. Oh, God, where was that one at? It's up here, right? Yes. Use treasure vault key. I figured unlocking this, there would be someone in here. Let's draw and see if we can get a guardian force from him. Is this Behemoth? No. No, he doesn't have a guardian force, he only has a meteor. In that case, let's go on ×3. Try and get through this fight. So glad we're actually doing like real damage on him. Not like that red giant fight. If all the... After we take this guy out, if this doesn't unlock anything, if all we have left is a picture name and the piano, I'm probably gonna look up an answer to those. Holy shit! Okay. He hit us with meteor, but hey, he died. I don't know how Questus live, but thank God. Command ability. Because I think that's gonna fix... Yeah, these are highlighted now, so she can use Revive. Okay, we're gonna go try and find like where that save was. Draw, holy hell yeah. we're gonna go try and find where the nearest save point is, and kind of like stand beside it, and just kind of like try and trigger a random battle to occur. So that way, like, if we die, you know, if Questus dies, she shouldn't die in a random battle though against, like, with battle boost on. But hypothetically, if Questus dies, seals have been temporarily broken. Okay, I wonder if they're gonna like all reactivate. Either way, we're re-rotating the save. So wait, ability. Oh, that just lets me use those abilities. That's like refining stuff. That's not what I needed right now. It's probably easier to show y'all what I mean. We're going to try and like trigger a fight just so we can have Questus cast Revive. So we'll cut off no random encounters and probably just like run around here. I guess we might as well progress towards the portrait. Okay, good. There we go. Random encounter. Let's cut off no random encounters now. Famous last words, chat. She probably won't die. Wow. Okay, well, GG's. So, we're going to try that again. Just to see if it can save me from using a Phoenix down. Okay, we hadn't done that yet. We hadn't been in that room. Revive. Okay, these guys don't do as much damage. Revive. Now we can go nuts. They're like Senior Pink or like S Shark. They were swimming in the pavement. Okay, so good. Now we got that back. Okay, so in here, that thing fell. Hatch is broken. Would you like to open it? Oh, cool. So that opened this up. All I was trying to do was try and find the picture. Hey, there's somebody down here. Is he? How do I attack him? Oh, we had to get, like, in his shadow. He's only enormous, but go off. Holy shit! Okay, so Squall's the only one that can survive his counterattack, so there's no need to revive Questus or Renoa right now. We'll just go through this whole fight with Squall. Fortunately, losing Questus means, well, that ain't good. Best rank in PR Championship was top 5,000. I'm hoping to push top 2,000 or top 1,000 with my revamped team, but don't know it's realistic for a 70k power team. I'm not sure. I think like a big part of it that people often overlook is your defense team. you really want like someone that kind of wards off like being attacked, because it's great if you can keep winning, but that'll be negated if like you lose on the defensive end. You get what I'm saying? So like for example, what's left? Limit Break, Guardian Force, Magic. So if we get Magic and Guardian Force, essentially we'll have them all. We don't need Limit Break. But I thought it was only 6, so Magic might be the last one we can get. If that makes sense, like what I'm saying. Like, for example, my defense team was... We have 3 Phoenix Downs? Phenomenal. Of course we do. When we get to a save, we'll try and get Renoa back with a, with Questus' ability. Like, for example, my defensive team was the 5 Elders until Luffy and Bonnie came out. Because of their ability to force out 5 Elder Tag characters, I switched my defensive team back over to, my strength team, because they were like a stronger team, so. No, I want Squall to receive Holy if anyone else has it. They gave all their magic to Hearst, unless Zell has it, or the others. We'll just check their magic real quick, because I do want to put that onto Squall. Wait. Would this work? Pass your life magic over to Questus. Give all. Let's see if this works. Magic, Questus, use. Because Renoa's like KO'd. I wonder if this will help. How does he do it, chat? Alright, so everything's done in here. I really can't believe we're like running around Castlevania. Okay, we fell down here. Where's this door go? Over here, but we can draw. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to, whenever we find where that picture was, look up. Actually, before I do anything, let me save. Since, we were only able to beat that guy with Squall. I mean, we gotta be close to the game that, like, or close to the end of the game that we could fight Ultimacia. But I mean, clearly, like, there's a couple things here that we're, like, missing. So there's that door at the top of the stairs over there, but we know if we step on the chandelier it falls. I just don't see another way over there right at this moment. Let's try and find that painting. We need to figure out what to do with the painting and the piano. Okay, can't interact with that. What? Monsters can be heard roaring far away. I didn't even know that was a thing, that there's a bell there? Far away? No, this is like where all these other paintings are. Well, I don't see anything down here. Does this still say locked on the other side? It does. No, this is where it'd be one dude. Okay, so chalk that up to, again, something else mysterious. So we have a bell, the painting. Well, while I'm in front of the painting, I'm going to Google right now what the fuck the name of this painting is. Also, I see here more names popped up that we didn't have before. FF8 painting title. I see other people trying to look it up too. Art gallery. Has to do with the clock on the floor. The hour hands point to 8. Minute hand points to 6. Or points to 4. Second hand points to 6. Bro, who would have ever figured this out? Look at the clock on the floor of the room. Which, like, I did see it on there, but you can only see it from a certain angle. Then you have to, like, say the answer to the puzzle is the hour hand, the minute hand, and the second hand based on the Roman numerals for how they're written by the, like, the letters of them contained within, like, some of these words. So, like, Ignis is 1, because there's I. This one, Inadacia, is 2, because there's 2 eyes. Indictum is 3, because there's 3 eyes. Who would have ever figured this shit out? Either way, the answer is random. That one I can't pronounce. In the garden sleeps a messenger. Dude, like, chat, really, like, who would have figured this shit out? This clock right here we're standing on, you're supposed to look at from the top part. But then who would have figured out from looking at those paintings, like, you know what? Roman, there's enough letters in there for the Roman numeral of 3. We're also fighting Exodia, by the way. Hey, we got Leviathan from him. Hell yeah. And that just makes it all worth it, chat. That's pretty cool. So we got another Guardian Force. I ain't mad about it. Y'all know what I've been craving, chat? Like, literally, like, craving. One of my 2 favorite restaurants, I've actually been craving both of them, but one of my 2 favorite restaurants, Salsaritas, their food, like, I want, like, a burrito bowl and, like, chips and queso, but I want a drink and a brownie from Chick-fil-A. Like, I want, like, that's the meal I want set up. Because y'all know I've talked about it before, Chick-fil-A has the freaking best cherry Coke. People talk about McDonald's Sprite, like, dude, Chick-fil-A Cherry Coke is up there too. The only other place I've ever had their Cherry Coke taste like that is Jimmy John's. So freaking good. So yeah, it's like I want like I want those two things. If I could only get one, I'm just not in the mood for Chick-fil-A's food right now. I'm in the mood for Salsaria's food. So I get a drink from there because I got Mr. Pibb. Mr. Pibb's my favorite, so. Or Pibb Extra. So all that we have left is figuring out this thing with the bell. And then after the bell, we have the piano. But I haven't seen any notes or anything, like any hints on what the piano like answer would be. And then I guess Ultimacia. Funny enough. Oh, we just hit a 2 hour mark streaming. We're gonna keep going though. Like, at least until we finish all these people. We might try the fight with Ultimacia. We'll see, chat. Warmcap, you're rocking with us. You might get to see the end of the game, depending on how fast like we get through them, and how hard Ultimacy is. Now, like we might get there and just get like cooked. I mean, technically we can go fight her now. We saw, but if I have the chance to get other Guardian forces, like why not? But it's also like, what if they don't have a Guardian Force that I don't have? And here's the real kicker. What if it's a fight like that? Damn, hell yeah, Leviathan. What if it's a fight like that damn Red Giant fight? There's only one left, so... Guardian Force. So there's only one left. I wonder who we should go with. Like, what are you thinking, piano or bell, chat? Yeah, dude, that puzzle. God, I hate that puzzle. FF8 piano puzzle. I also hate there's something in my eye right here. Wait. What? Locate the piano, activate it, press all 8 controller buttons. What? But... Okay, in the remaster you only need to press all 4. Still though, that's weird. Like, I would have never thought the solution that's like, oh, just play all of them. Huh? Like, I would think, like, you'd have to do them in, like, a specific rhythm or something like that. Whatever. Ultimacia Bell. Glad I looked that up. Yeah, we will not be doing that. That's to trigger the that's to trigger like the super boss fight. So we're not gonna do that. That's just for an extra boss fight and stuff, and I'm sure we would get smoked because of our like level and character's health. Like, because we've seen like even with battle boosts and stuff like that in ×3, like we have definitely ran into some difficulties and stuff like that. So yeah, we won't be doing that. And I saw like it said like you have to constantly be switching like between your characters. For one to ring the bell and then one to like go over there to where the boss fight is. So no, we're just for an extra boss fight. Like we're not gonna do that. I guess now though we can probably. Oh, I need to put Leviathan somewhere. Leviathan can also learn Recover. Nice. Junction, Leviathan, probably to Renoa. No, she has 4. How many does Questus have? Questus only has 3, so yeah, we'll do this just to even them out. And then when it learns Revive, then we'll move our Guardian Forces around. Alright, so now let's go over to Piano, press all the buttons at the same time. We heard that like dong at the first time, so I'm assuming we did it right. I don't know why this guy never spawned in. I guess we didn't figure out his puzzle. Okay, yeah, that opened up these. Okay, now we're down here. I thought this was a walkway down here. It looked like it to me from when we were up there. Rosetta Stone, so what does that do? Learn ability times 4 ability. Cool. Cool. And this door has been unlocked by the prison key, so now we unlocked a Dark Souls-esque shortcut. Very cool. Okay, well, I say we go for it then. I guess we'll go fight Ultimacia. As long as I can find a save. Like, there was a save, like, near there, right? I thought there was. I guess we'll see, like, once we get up there. No, we don't have to jump across that. Another draw point. Down the ladder, down the other ladder. Yes, okay, there's a save right before the boss fight. That's very generous. Alright, here we go. Let's try it. This could potentially be the end of the game. I have no idea of knowing. I don't know if, like, after we fight her, we fight someone else. All I know is that it said, like, final mission. Defeat her. Drop another save just to be safe. Why not? Just to make sure, save us from all that trouble. But our powers are still sealed. Only one is. I mean, clearly we saw where the guy was. I don't know what it's going to take to trigger him. It's not the bell thing, I don't think. Unless we had to beat the guy with the ultimate weapon. But either way, I don't want to do like the super boss fight and stuff like that personally. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's try it. Speaking of OPTC dailies, actually I have not done my dailies today. Been working so hard, I haven't got like anything done OPTC. Damn, she's like quaking with rage. She said, "You fucking come in here in my castle." Seed! Seed, seed. Seed, seed, seed. Curse all seeds. Swarming like locusts across generations, you disgust me. The world was on the brink of that ever-elusive time compression. Insolent fools. Your vain crusade ends here, seeds. The price for your meddling is death beyond death. God damn. I shall send you to a dimension beyond your imagining. There I will reign, and you will be my slaves for eternity. A dimension beyond your imagining. That's a hell of a threat. Whom shall I exterminate first? I'll start with you three. Oh, I didn't know, Zell would be in this fight. So, obviously, he has nothing junction to him. I wonder what the lowest level you can beat this game is at. Because I know obviously you have some fights that you have to do that you will get experience from, but since you can cut off random encounters in the remaster, and you're inclined not to level up as much as you can, I wonder like what is the lowest level for beating the game. Zell holding his own for not having anything junction. He's not doing like 0 damage to her. But I'm assuming that means like potentially like we could be having to use Questus, Selfie, and Irvin next. He's getting stuck in the geometry though. I mean, does Assault Dive or whatever it's called. It looks like Assault Dive. I know, obviously, like, this is an SMT game. Meteor Barret. It's Assault Dive, basically. Hope everything's going good with your work, by the way, Warm Cow. I know you said you had to get up early today for work on yesterday's stream, so I hope everything's going good for you. Using my most powerful Guardian Force, you shall suffer. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's cool you summoned that, but we got a dog. That's definitely a Final Fantasy like monster she summoned, I will say that. If nothing else, fantasies are being final. Griefer? Oh no, he's destroying people's Minecraft servers. Thank you, Chad. I'm here all week. Also, why he look like Venom? Or a, whatever Venom is, and, again, I'm not a Marvel fan, so I don't know, what, a symbiote or whatever? Don't he look like a griffin or something that, like, Venom possessed? Or whatever Venom does. Also, I'm just happy we got to stage 2 of the fight, so... I mean, fingers crossed we beat this first try, because that sorceress, and I'm using that in, like, quotations, fight yesterday was hell. I did not like doing that fight multiple times. Angelo and Zell carrying this fight for us right now. Carrying stage 2 of the fight. Nice, we got Squall in the mix. Squall did some good fucking damage, I will say. Okay, this is ideal. It looping between Squall and Renoa. Stage 2 is going on longer than Stage 1. So her Guardian Force has some more health than like what she was rocking with at the start of the fight. Come on. Surely there's a third phase. Because I feel like we have to beat her. We have to beat the Sorceress. This is just her Guardian Force, right? So I'm positive there's a third phase. Maybe she'll like fuse with it or something. Bro. He's gotta have at least like 3 times the health that she had. I'm just glad we got in a loop of Squall and Renoa. A Guardian Force, true power, allow me to show you. Griever, hold them still. Turn off ×3 now. Just for a minute. Whoa! Oh no! Game over. What could we have done different there? Let's check the guide. Let's see what it says like to look for in that fight. Because remember, we are hella low level, but maybe that could have been like a straight up just knockout move. So we'll check and see. Oh, fancy 8. Yeah, Ultimacy Castle actually is the final section of the game. Okay. This is regarding the Omega Weapon Fire. I'm not doing that. Okay, so fight her first. When you defeat her, she'll summon Griever. Oh shit, there was 2 more stages. Oh shit, we did defeat it. On defeat, it will cast Shockwave Pulsar, which can do a decent amount of damage, particularly if the character doesn't have auto shell. So he just straight up KO'd us. Damn, damn, damn. I wonder how much damage it does. Just to get an idea. Because as long as like Squall lives, like we'll be good. Because then we can revive everyone for the remaining fight. Or just try and beat the rest of the fight with Squall. I'm gonna try and like look up to see how much like damage it does. Yeah, we might not be prepared for that fight right this second. Yeah, we need to rearrange our junctions. Let's try and like let's see how we can like redo our junctions on Squall maybe before the fight. And we might try it one more time. Otherwise, we might come back to this on the next stream. So let's just see here real quick. I'm gonna try and like work on Squall's junction. So HP full life. Holy's given him more than full life would. Funny enough. Yeah, it said like we need a lot more like health. And Spirit and Vit, he has neither. So that's funny. Funny enough. Okay, what should we look for Spirit and Vit? Let me see what it says, because Holy's giving us the most health. Meltdown, Reflect, or Curaga. Okay. And we need to see someone who will give Squall Spirit and Bit. Shiva would give him both. Shiva gives Squall both, okay. Junction, Renoa. Just back out real quick. Okay, there we go. Defense. Does that raise Squall's health? Or what did that do? Raises Vit by... Huh. I guess we don't need Mug going into this one. I guess do that just for our damage. So we know Holy was the best for there. Let's see for here. Yeah, all these are like arrows down. Wait, what was better there? That one was slightly better, but drop the other one. We'll try like this. rather than save in case it's like screwed up, we'll try. We're going to give it like one more go. Oh shit! Let me cut everything on. So we'll give it one more go just because we're right here at the end, and then we will wrap up the stream. Because yeah, we actually are at the final boss fight, so hopefully we can beat her. But my head and back is killing me. Let me cut my heating pad on. So there's 4 stages. It's only the second stage that has a death hit, so we just have to worry about it. Fuck, now we're only down to Squall. And Squall got KO'd. Okay. Yeah, we got like screwed there with like Selfie being added. Let's just do that again. Junction, Renoa. Remove Shiva. And we'll go add to Squall. Shiva. Focus on defense. And we'll change these to strength, VIII, and yeah, we will trigger a save. Just real quick, just so we don't have to do it again, and we'll try. Hopefully we beat this. If we don't, we'll do it next time. We'll try like figuring out what to do. So hopefully we'll beat it. It just depends on like what 3 characters we get. Like ideally we would want Squall, Renoa, and Questus. That would be the preferred. Yeah, Selfie's like fucking it up with the like menu of like dealing with her shit. Yeah, if Selfie gets KO'd, that would actually be very much preferred. Just so like she's not even popping up on the menu. I don't know what she did there, but she took damage. Okay, we're on stage 2. So now we just gotta take out this dude. I don't know if either of them know Shell. That's the issue. I guess before it gets too crazy into the fight, Squall can't. Oh, unless I can get it from an item, maybe. No, it doesn't look like it, okay. Oh my god, she doesn't have magic, she only has Guardian Force up. So it doesn't even fucking matter. Yeah, so it doesn't matter, neither of them even have magic up. Funny enough. God, I need to get back in the loop of, like, not doing selfie. I mean, Zell would have been much better, as y'all saw before. He went down a lot faster. Let's see if Squall survives this. Damn. Squall lost. Okay, yeah, we gotta get like more HP, more defense, stuff like that. Okay, we'll figure that out for the next time. We'll go ahead, we'll stop here then. Because it's that time that I wanted to wrap up anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have to like look up and figure out like what we're gonna have to do to like get better prepared for that. So thank y'all so much for rocking with me tonight. We got all the way to the final boss fight, so the next time we stream Final Fantasy VIII should be the ending of the game, I hope. I think that'd be really exciting, really cool. And then we're going to go into Resident Evil Revelations 2, so we'll check it out afterwards. I thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, or a great rest of your night, and I hope y'all go into having a good weekend. Thank you so much, chat. Catch y'all next time.